Hello, everyone. Look who's here in the studio. Tsuker Yang. Everyone know who Tsuker is. Um, if you have
Hopefully, probably not.
if you have attended the Hmong webinar, you should know this man is translating, and oh, that's crazy. We're gonna go into it, but without further ado, let's have Tsuker saying hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank Julie for the opportunity to be a part of her conversation, and I hope that this conversation will give you opportunity to know a little bit more about myself and the Hmong community.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for making your time to be here with us. And so let's start it from the very beginning. Where were you born? A little bit about your family, your immediate family now, and we can start from there.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Julie. Again, my name is Tsuker Yang, and originally I came from Laos right after the Vietnam conflict. And Julie, you also from Vietnam. I came as a refugee 46 years ago
Wow.
to the United States. Actually, I came in May. I actually remember the date, May 18th, 1978.
Wow.
So, wow, 46 years ago. And
Wow.
so, right now, I live in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Uh, Tabitha, it's my other half, and we have 5 children. They all grown up children, and they all live here in Wisconsin. And so, I work as a pastor. I serve church for the last 30 plus years. I've just recently retired. I've taken an early retirement. And so I am not serving a congregation right now, so I have a lot of time. And so my focus is to be with on passives.
Absolutely. It was nice to connecting with you. Um, but the things that I have for question is, you said you came to United States 40 something years ago. Were you still a baby, or were you in your
Oh, I came in, I was 16.
Oh wow, okay. Because you look
So
very young. You look like you probably in your late 40, maybe early 50.
actually, I'm 60 by my
Oh way!
real age would be 60, but the document show that I am 62, so I could retire. So
Wow, that's very cool. That's
yeah,
very awesome.
thank you.
So you came here, and so you met Tabitha here in this country.
Yeah, our family knew each other. We lived together at the camp, refugee camp.
Mm.
But then we came to this country. I live in California. She lived in New Jersey. Somehow we met in the middle in Denver, Colorado. So
Oh
we
wow.
first met there. So
Wow, wow. So you've been together for how many years? Your children are adults now, so
36 years actually.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I see both of you has a lot of things that were happening in your life in the recent years. You lost a few,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
gone on
yeah.
vacation. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so yeah, my mom just went to be with the Lord just last year.
Mhm,
Early this year, we put her to rest. So,
mhm.
and then I have my mother-in-law who is still struggling. So,
Yes, yes. We'll pray that she's getting over soon, and I'm so sorry
thank
for
you,
hear for
thank
your
you,
loss.
thank you.
So, if you could take this opportunity to talk to us a little bit about history, Laos, where you came from, where is Laos, and Hmong. Is that? I mean, like, I'm very bad in history, and I know
Oh,
those two are
yeah, yeah,
from Asia. So, if you could share a little bit about the cultures, what's the different Hmong and Laos?
yeah,
And
yeah. I could do
yeah.
that. So if you know the geography in Southeast Asia, we have Thailand, we have Laos, we have Burma or Myanmar, and then we have Cambodia, we have Vietnam.
Mhm.
And so Laos is part of the Southeast Asia, one of the Southeast Asia countries. And so during the Vietnam conflict, Lao being dragged into the conflict. And so the Hmong were people who live in the high altitude mountain, and they were drawn into the conflict, and they served as a secret army supporting the U.S., the CIA in Laos as well as in Vietnam. And so, if you know during the conflict, there's a North and South Vietnam, and so the Hmong were the soldiers who actually protect the border between North and South Vietnam, and to you know to protect the enemy lines going to South Vietnam. And so with that conflict, the country was dragged into same situation with like South Vietnam. And so back in the early 1960 until 1975, we were part of the conflict also. And and Hmong is a minority group, a major minority group within in the Lao. And so there are many other minority groups, but Hmong is one of the majority group in of ethnic group in Laos. And so after 75, because of our participation in the conflict, we were not able to stay, and so we left the country also. So that's why we are here in the U.S.
Mhm. Okay. So you were among thousands and thousands of people that
Yeah,
left the country.
right. And so right now we have Hmong. The majority of Hmong live in China.
Hmm.
Originally in history, Hmong migrated from China to Southeast Asia. 2 centuries ago. And so we now have Hmong live in majority in China, and then the second largest would be in Vietnam, third largest would be in Laos, and then Thailand and Myanmar, and here in the United States, France, Australia, and a few in Germany and Canada. So
Talk
that's
to
what
us.
of Hmong.
Talk to us a little bit about your cultural, because it's beautiful cultural.
Yeah, uh, Hmong okay, Hmong it's a society that established by many clans.
Mm,
Many clans, and you can recognize them by their last name. But they have two dialects, the Blue Hmong and then the White Hmong, and they
mhm,
can understand each other. Most Blue Hmong understand White Hmong. They dress a little bit different, uh, slightly different, but people like the Blue Hmong dress more than the White Hmong because it's much better, look better, prettier. But we speak two languages or dialects. We can understand each other.
mm,
Strong family background, strong tie to family, and so often family or clan, the household and clan leader usually is the leader of the community, and so often the group or family get together by clan. And for me, my name is Yang, last name Yang, which means I am the Yang clan. We
mm,
have about 18 or 21 clans together.
mm.
Perhaps there's more than 21 clans, but we gather together mostly, and we often live together. And so I have many relatives live here in Milwaukee.
Oh, I see. I see. Have you ever thought about building a family tree, getting like all the families together to see uh, how do
Yes,
you
yes,
trace it
yes.
back to how far back?
I think that's one of my projects about 3 years ago, and before the pandemic, uh, my other brothers, cousins, we met together and collecting data, information, and but then with pandemic, we just stopped doing that. But I am now retired, and so part of my project is to finish the project, to put the name and everything together, line up the family tree.
It would be so interesting to see the family tree. I remember the one of the product that Mr. Mufareh said before is "Oh My Life," and I know my friend Leon has done that, and so it's really interesting to see everybody's. is doing their family tree, putting down exactly where we came from. And there are so many things that you could discover from doing that.
Right, right. And so that will be my project. I don't know how long, but probably next year. Hopefully, get it done.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
And so you have, did you say, do you have five adult children?
Yes, yes.
Are they in Wisconsin, and how are they doing?
So I have four sons and one daughter. And
Okay.
so my four sons are here in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. And then my daughter got married last year and she moved to Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, remember back in late June,
Mm-hmm.
Tabitha and I went over to the East Coast and
Yes.
spent some time with her. So,
Yes, I remember that. Wow,
mhm.
it's so interesting to get to know you and where you're coming from, because I don't know how you did it, that in a webinar you translate everything word by word. Very, it's a great talent to have.
Well, if I can follow and I can jot the note down, I could almost do word for word. But if not, I get to the point. That's what I can
Yeah,
do. Not
yeah. So
not word for word. Yes,
yeah, so the language that you translate it to, is it Hmong? Is it Laotian? What?
Hmong,
It's Hmong.
Hmong,
Okay.
Hmong. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm kind of like try to figure out all the countries in Asia, um, and it's something that I really need to go back and study the history of our continent as well. Um, Before I go on to on passive, I wanted to take this opportunity to really express my appreciation to both you and Tabitha and few others, that now I can see how you have so many people, from Laos, from Myanmar, from Vietnam, and everything together in that Hmong webinar. You guys have spent so much time to literally pulling everyone together, and helping them, delivering and translating the message of on passive. And I myself also appreciate you, the fact that you have a few or large amount of number of Vietnamese people there as well. It's a very, very rich community that you guys are putting together. So I wanted to take this opportunity to say how much I appreciate you, and I'm very sure on passive is appreciating what you guys are putting together, and helping that side of the world also.
Yeah, Julie, you are our inspiration. We saw you, and then the way you present yourself with your wisdom and your courage, that just inspired many of us, and especially our people in Vietnam and Laos. Really appreciate you very much, and for all the thing that you do to support us, and then the Passive family together. So thank you so much too.
Thank you. I appreciate that as well. But looking at what you and Tabitha's doing during the transitions, how you guys both are together and holding meeting, and you have some great leaders there. How did you gather the community together? How did you decide to step up and say, we got to do this?
Well, at the time we were thinking that wow, we can use YouTube, and we have to learn how to do YouTube and to use Zoom also. And so, as pastor, I also have the privilege to learn how to use Zoom, and so I have that, knowledge. And then we thought we're not gonna have a lot of people, but at first we tried. We have six people first time, and then we'll just pass around, and you know, half a year after that, we have 1,000 people. So I don't know. This is God's doing. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. How many people do you believe in the community or in that side of the world are in Unpassive?
I would say roughly about 20,000 accounts, names, actually.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that is so amazing, because these 20,000 people will spread their wings and be able to make
Yeah,
a big difference in those countries.
and the majority are probably from Vietnam, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's a lot because like Vietnam, Laos, everywhere they have gone through so much, in that kind of world, in that I guess network marketing, in that world, they've gone through so much losses,
right, right, right.
yeah. And so let's go back. When did you join on Passive? How did you hear about on Passive, and how has it been for
Yeah.
April?
So I joined in September 12th. So 7 day from today, or a week from today, will be my fifth anniversary. Anniversary.
Wow.
So I joined September 12th, 2019. Uh,
Wow.
and so here's the story. On May 2019, my uncle Simon Ho.
Mm-hmm.
Simon was the first person to join on Passive, and he knew on Passive from another colleague from another network marketing, and so his colleague referred on Passive to him, and then he signed on to on Passive. And so he called me on May 2019. I asked for more information. He was not able to give me more information, because he's my uncle. I respect him. But personally, I thought to myself, I would not join any network marketing anymore, because even as a pastor, I like to learn more about it. I know a lot about network marketing. I am also, previously licensed in investments and life insurance, health insurance. So I know a little bit about the network marketing as a part of the insurance. And so, because I'm a pastor, I thought, we now settle down. At the time, I was also serving as the district superintendent, and so I oversee about almost 80 churches. And so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much time. So I I never thought that I would be doing anything like this, or any. Well, this is different, but anything like what I know before. So he called me on May 2019. I asked for more information. He was not able to give me more information. And right now, I understand why he was not able to do that. And then in July, he called me again. I asked for more information, and he was able to send me just the link. Uh, the clip, a small clip, about 30 seconds or maybe about a minute. That's all I learned. And I have no idea what unpassive is. And so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't join, or I didn't decide to do it. And so September, he called me back again. Well, he's my uncle. I respect him, even though I thought to myself that I would not do anything, affiliate, network marketing. I'm a pastor. I would not be able to do that. My focus on the church. But because of my uncle, I respect him. I said, well, he called me 3 times. I said, send me the link, sign me in. just, just sign me in. And I figured out later whether the business is good or not. And so that conversation, he said, you're a pastor. This may give you, the possibility internal finance to really do ministry, going out and doing mission work back in your homeland, or do more ministry, because perhaps this will help you financially. And so I said, well, that's okay too, but because I respect my uncle, I joined.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got into Unpassive. I was,
Wow, it took you 3 times.
yeah. So I guess, you know, uh, when I thought about it, I think maybe God's calling me, maybe God's giving me, or Unpassive is calling me. So 3 times I got to respond.
That's right. That's right. So then you sign up, and then what happened? When did you actually have an idea of what On Passive is all about?
A week after, and so when I sign up, and then I start to listen to the audio, go find the website and those 2 audios. And I have this thing in mind because I know a little bit about network marketing. I also read the book, Think and Grow Rich, and the philosophy there was that if the mind can conceive and believe, can be achieved. And so I thought, yeah, Mr. Ash would have this. He can conceive such a thing that would be autopilot. You don't have to do anything. It is possible because if you have this in mind, you strongly believe it, you act on it, can be done. So that was my strong belief that yeah, it's anything possible when you conceive it. The other thing has to do with the book Paradigm Shift, yeah, by Jeffrey Moloch.
Yeah.
I read it through 2 hours. I read it through, absorb it, try to understand it. Yeah, this is possible. So I did not know what the business is going to be like, but Paradigm Shift actually gave me the idea how the business is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped me to understand. And the other part has to do with Mike Ellis. He's constantly put more video, and one of the things I learned that I continue to stay with me is that I'm passive will force you to be successful. Passive will force you. You don't even though you don't do anything, you don't want to be successful. Passive is going to force you to be successful, and that stick with me, and that the idea of autopilot that you don't have to do anything. It's done for you. No, from the manufacture to the selling, everything being done for you. The marketing, the manufacture, you know, to the selling, and there's no recruit. And so all these seem to be, and then the video, the video that talk about the 40,000 dreamers.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
Plug and play, and it's like a self-driving car.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one really. I listened to that one just so many times, and I still want to listen to it nowadays. So that one stick with me. That plug and play. So like it's like a self-driving car, and 40,000 dreamers. So that was September, October, 2019. That video came out, and so that stick with me. And then we invite Mike Ellis, and then Marty DeGamo came and talked to us, and you came and talked to us. We invite Michael William came and talked to us, and he figured out the number and the possibilities. And then we invite Dr. Bill William. What I learned from him was that multiple sources of income, and OnPassive will provide that for you. And then again, the dream of making money when you sleep is to have multiple sources of income, and OnPassive will do that for you. And then the idea of one account is one business, and so the more account you have, the more business, and so multiple sources of income. And so that is something that stick with me, which I believe that OnPassive can deliver. So
Right.
those are the kind of things that hooked me into OnPassive, and for me to start with OnPassive, and strongly believe it. Yes.
Absolutely. Are you a dreamer?
Oh yes, dreamers. Like I said, I'm 60 years old, and before that, before, 5 years ago, so before I turned to 62. But I said to my wife that it's like the sun. You're going down. The suns are now going down, and then you probably don't have anything that you can do anything anymore. I don't have any dream. That I'm passive. Just wake up and just give me more dream, and I can dream again. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm very sure one of the dream that you have would be how unpassive, um, I guess, plug in or your congregation plug into what unpassive is doing. So tell me about those. How do you see unpassive playing a big role in your congregation and how your congregation playing a role in unpassive as well?
like I said, I also have multiple account, and some of my account my plan is to give away to the church, and so a church may have an account, uh, a free account in which will keep the church, will build the church financially, hopefully, and so that account can be used by the church, and any earning from that account belong to the church. It's become part of the church. It belong to the church, and so that account will belong to the church. And well, if in the future, if things go well as we hope it will be, people can join in the church account and be a part of Unpassive, and that will just continue to financially support the church, and the church can, financially be secure. So that's my thought for that account with the church.
Absolutely. And you know how you I involve in church, you involve in church. There's so many people involved, not only church but in other organization, religious organization. They all needed funding. They all needs to raise funds somehow, somewhat. But instead of the parishioner putting money out of their, taking money from their hard earning pocket, they can have this opportunity for them to create and grow from there as well. You know, on passive account, for example, the parishioner or the church needed to have a product, needed to have a webinars with thousands of people around the world. They can use one of on passive product, and from that product they could have other individuals, business owners, instead of they putting their own money out to donate, they can use a product and be able to earn the money from, you know, others people that using the products as well. I mean, I can see the whole entire, I guess, spider web that interconnected with each other. And that's how we can see on passive is doing. It is an interconnecting tool. It is interconnecting ideas for other people to join in and for other people to be part of on passive, not only on the relationship itself but the tools, the services, the product, the values that on passive is offering as well.
Yeah, like Mr. Ash said, everybody will have a use for Unpassive, and so every church member will have a use for Unpassive. Why don't you just, the church have an account? Why don't you, join the account with the church, and eventually, yeah, whatever you use that, may benefit the church, and so that will continue to sustain the church financially. So I
Yeah.
hope that that will be the case. Yes.
Yeah, it will be a self-funded organization where
Right.
there's
Right.
so many opportunities that in because of the generosity of OnPassive, and the company that's providing the products, the tool, the services. And also, I said earlier, OnPassive is a new traffic trends for many other companies around the world as
Right.
well.
Right.
Yeah, because all they
Right.
do is they just plug in and play,
Right. Right.
you know?
Yes. Yes.
So, what are you most looking forward to? The
I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm looking forward to for the All Connect to reopen again. I'm looking forward for a time in which we have more product and that eventually everything clear, and the merchant account can be processed. I'm looking for that, and I hope that may come in the next a month or two. So that's I'm looking forward to. So
right, right.
yeah.
What is your plan with on passive when all of this rolling out? What the whole plan is rolling out? What are you? What is your plan?
Because of the Ampasimong family, and so we have a large group of people. Uh, my hope is that we could unite together, provide our resource, and we can, help and change Hmong life, especially in Vietnam and Laos. People who live in the mountain, who are, very different, very primitive lifestyles. So my hope is to develop and change Hmong life globally together, not myself, but as a team, as a family, I'm passive with my Hmong, colleagues, we could change Hmong life together.
And I believe you could do that because I do see the community of from everywhere. Every time when we go to your webinar, there's almost representative from each of those countries getting together. And I believe that, with the intention, all of us can make this happen. All of us can make the most impact in the world, and especially for the community.
Yeah, yeah. So we are become a small part of the overall goal or vision of Ash Mufareh, and so we will help to develop and change Hmong life. So
Yes,
I hope that will be our mission.
absolutely. We just have that intention to do that.
Right.
So what about traveling? Where are you looking forward to travel the most?
Every part of Asia, we could put those important country. I talked to Tabata that India would be, and then well, beside Dubai, beside Egypt, but everywhere as possible. So
Yes. Have
yes,
you have you went back home and visited before?
yeah. So Julie, I came to Vietnam and twice.
Mm,
One I spent 2 weeks teaching in Ho Chi Minh City.
mm-hmm.
Because I'm pastor, I'm teaching some pastors in Ho Chi Minh City. And then, yeah, I've been to Laos 5 times, Vietnam twice, Cambodia once. And so, if, you know, in the future, I probably will be able to do that almost every year with Unpassing. So, and
Absolutely.
more. So,
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you visited California?
one, California, I'll be going back to Fresno, being part of the church. I'm a part of the leaders, so I'll be there next week, no, next month. But I think 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago,
Mm,
California, Fresno.
mm. I don't see a lot of Laos food around here.
Yeah, no, I don't think in your part because I used to live in Santa Ana and Garden Grove, and you know exactly where I know exactly where you live. I
Yeah.
live in Huntington Beach,
Uh-huh.
California. Too.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, I think Laos, we don't have a lot of Laotian over there, not a lot of Hmong, a Laotian there. And so that's why used to be, but in the early 80s, most of them moved to Fresno, Moses,
Mm.
Sacramento, in those areas. So,
Where are the most concentrated people? Laotian, and Hmong and Cambodia, Cambodian. Where are the most
I
concentrated?
I think Cambodia will be in your area, Long Beach, California will be. I think that will be a concentration for Cambodia because I have clergy who are Cambodians. I have
Mm.
colleague friends. Uh, for Laos, it will be Texas, maybe. I'm not
Oh
so
wow.
sure, but it will be in Texas. For Hmong, it will be in Fresno in Minnesota.
Oh,
Fresno, California, in St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I
Yeah,
see. I see.
yeah,
Well, I'm looking forward to soon, to someday we will meet in person. And whenever you're in California and you know this side of town, let us know. There's a good large amount of people that in on passive here in nearby in the cities here.
yeah.
So we're
You
looking
know,
forward to.
my sister, my brother live in Burnell Park near Anaheim, and
Buena
so
Park? Yeah,
yeah,
yes.
whenever we visit, hopefully I could have some time to chat or see you personally.
Yes, yes. Is that Mr. Shower?
Yeah, yeah, Mr. Sure
Sure.
more. Yes,
Yeah, yes. Are they related? Are you related? Yeah.
he's my brother-in-law, and
Oh,
my
okay.
sister, my brother-in-law. Yes, yes.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, now I get it. Now I
Mhm, mhm.
understand.
Right, right.
Wow, that's amazing. You know how crazy it is that On Passive is a company that somehow, somewhat, it's a connection point for all of us to get
Yeah,
together
yeah. I
everywhere
think,
in the world.
and that's why I'm saying this is God's doing. I didn't plan to do this. I was not asked to do this 3 times, being called to be part of this. And so I didn't expect to have 20,000 people who want to be part of this. I could not do this. I think this is God's doing, and God is with our CEO, Mr. Ash. I think this is God's plan. So,
Absolutely. And with His gracious plan and with His gracious blessing, God will put us together and
right,
all of us will be connecting and be able to go out there and make a big impact in the world, and especially the side of that side of the world, among the Laos, the Cambodian, Vietnam. And, there's so many people in that side of the world that need it. Um,
right,
have a
right,
better life,
right, right.
you know.
Absolutely, yes.
So, as always, Tsuker, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for what you and your wife is doing um, to help the people there. And like I said, I'm committing to sign up and to help with whatever I can on this side of town. I know that there's a large amount of people in Vietnam. Because in Vietnam and in the people that the Hmong speaking Vietnamese, it's somewhat a little bit different from what the Vietnamese, I guess, on the south side is different. And so,
Right, yeah.
whatever I could do on my end, I also committed to help in that side as well.
Yeah, we know that, and we thank you for your support and your help in every time, everything. So thank you so much, too. Yes.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. Continue to move forward. And I know that there's a lot of things that happen in families. I hope that you're taking care of yourself and your wife, and also enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Julie. Same good to you and your families.
Thank you so much. Take
Okay.
care, Suker.
All right. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.
We will chat soon. Bye bye.